Hey guys. I'll explain you about one concept on how to connect to the instance. We have seen multiple ways of connecting to the terminal instance. One is using the EC2 instance connect. The other one is the PEM, PPK, those things. So there is one more thing. I'll talk about it today. Say for example, let me go to EC2 here. I'm in Mumbai region. Yeah, I'm in a Mumbai region, and I'm gonna launch an instance real quick. Free tier, Amazon Linux 2 AMI, and I'm gonna choose T2 here. Now in the configure instance details, okay, there is an option called IAM role. Okay, so this role, if you add, I hope you understood what role means. Role means if one service wants to communicate with another service, or if one service wants to connect somewhere outside of the AWS. So for that we will introduce a role concept. Okay, so there is one role. If you add that role into this EC2 instance, then you can connect to the for example, now I'm not choosing any role. Okay, it just shows none. Yeah, and then I'm hitting on next add storage, next add tags, and I'm just checking without role EC2, something like this, and then hit, and then I'm just giving some some IP. 1 minute, some security group. Yeah, SSH review and launch, and then launch, and then I'm gonna choose a existence key pair, launch instances. So now the instance is launched. Let's wait for a minute. Okay, so let's see whether the instance is up and running. Okay, now so far we have seen when you hit on connect, in the last videos we have seen how to connect to the EC2 instance connect. Okay, that we know. And there is obviously we know about SSH client as well. Okay, if you have your PEM key in Windows 7 and Windows 8, you transfer it to PPK file using putty keygen, and then um, and then you can connect it. Or if you have Windows 10 or Windows 11 or Mac, then you can connect to the instances directly using .pem file. That's fine. And there is something called EC2 serial console, but this is for few instance types. Okay, not for T2 micro free things and all. There is something called the AWS Nitro system. That is a kind of performance based machines. If you have chosen those kind of instance types, only then you can connect to the EC2 serial console. Now there is another one called session manager. Okay, what happens is there is an agent which we call it an SSM agent, which is AWS agent, which is normally installed on the machines, on all the instances, and then we will be able to connect to those instances using session manager. But for this we need to add a role. Okay, that is very important. Now in this instance, if you remember, I did not add any roles. Actually, if you see here, I'm choosing this instance and I'm searching IAM role. IAM role is empty. Got it? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to IAM and I'm going to create a new role for this. I'm hitting IAM, I'm hitting roles, then I'm clicking on create role. So here I'm using EC2 and clicking on next permissions. Now I'm going to look for that particular policy which I was talking about. So SSM. So there is one role called Amazon SSM Managed Instance Core. Click on this. Next tag. Click next. And then I'm going to give this demo session manager role. Something like this. And then scroll down. Click on create role. So just remember, demo session manager is our role name. So if I hit demo here, so this one we got it. Okay, so in this, if you can see the permissions, I hope you know that. Okay, permissions, you can see the policy summary, you can see the JSON, everything you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this role, demo session manager role, into the EC2 instance which is running currently. So I'm looking for EC2, enter. Now how will you change it? uh, Right click, okay, so you can right click and then go to image and templates, sorry, security, and there is something called modify IAM role. Or obviously you can select here and then click on actions, go to security and then modify IAM role, and then here the role which we created is demo session manager role, click on it. So when you click on it, then you hit on save. Now this will take 2 to 4 minutes of the time to get it applied. Okay, say for example, right just now we had added, right? We have added the role. If you see here, the role is added right now. It was empty, but now it is there. Okay, now if you hit on connect, see again you are getting the same error. We were not able to connect your instance, common reasons, blah 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 blah. So let's wait for 2 to 4 minutes. It will take some time. I'm just pausing it. Okay, so now I'm trying to connect here. Click on connect, and then see the session manager got enabled. It was giving an error previously. Now the session manager is enabled. So you have to give it 2 to 4 minutes of time to get its get it come back up. Now you hit on connect. Now it's working. See? It's perfect. Yeah. So there are three ways which we have seen. One is easy to instance connect. That is the easy way. The second one is session manager. You add some roles which I have mentioned, the role name. Just remember you can add only one role, but you have to add multiple policies into that one role, and then you can add it to the easy to service, and then it will be working. So, and so the other thing is, you can do this when you're creating an instance. So, for example, launch instance, select config instance, and here you can choose here itself. Or you forgot to add this IAM role, what you have to do is you can attach the IAM role for a running instance. So that is the one which I did it few minutes back. Okay, that's all, guys.